Hello YouTube, welcome to this slightly dark room, so the lighting might be a bit crap, but nevertheless. A while ago, when I was in the process of selling my iPhone 5 to get a Nexus 5, I also picked up this little bad boy. That's pretty much my backup phone, and because this was my very first iPhone, or at least iPhone model that I ever had, that introduced me to iOS. So, as you could probably tell, this is an iPhone 3GS. With iCloud on the box, advertising 3G connectivity and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's just open up the box. There we go. This is the phone. As you can tell, it's pretty much free of any blemishes to speak of. Aside from the back here, you can see some very light scratching on top. But the front is absolutely immaculate. I really wanted one that was in really, really good condition. Just so I can, keep it safe and boot it up every now and then. And enjoy the best version of iOS, in my opinion, that was ever made. iOS 6. At least the best looking version of iOS. It's a tad slow on these kind of devices because it's just a single core with 256 megs of RAM. And the camera is beyond the stuff that comes out of Uranus, but who really cares anyway? So it comes with all the original booklets and whatnot, so it's pretty much a complete package, fully original iPhone 3GS 8GB model. So that's maybe the downside of it all, but I honestly don't give a shit. I also got a dock with it, and of course a 30-pin cable to charge it with. I already have a 30-pin cable laying around, but it's always good to have an original one as well. So yeah, you've all probably seen a 3GS at some point in your life. It's still looking very nice. Buttons are all very stiff. They all feel very good. So let's just boot it up here. One thing I always really liked about the 3GS is, the way it feels in your hand. It's a small device, only 3.5-inch display here, low resolution and all that stuff, but it just feels very, very comfortable to hold. This plastic backing, provides plenty of grip, and the rounded shape is really, really comfortable. And of course, the upside to a smaller display is you can actually reach everything with just one hand if you have big hands like I do. So yeah. So now let's boot it up. As you can see here. Still 49% battery, actually puts this thing away like a month ago or so. Now SIM card installed, and of course, because it's a bit slow, we have to wait before I can actually unlock the phone. Because as you can see, the touchscreen is not awoken yet. I've had this with all of the 3GSs that I've actually ever touched, so this one seems especially fussy today. It's not letting me unlock. Oh, there you go. Right, so there we go. Let's make the screen slightly more legible by turning down the brightness. How does that sound? Brightness. There we go. Turn it all the way down. Now you can properly see the display. So, it still touches like that, where it's just a little bit slow because it has to load it in. Older technology, older flash storage, slower flash storage than we see today. It has less RAM, has less processing power because it's only got like a 600 megahertz Samsung system on a chip with 256 megabytes of RAM. Pretty comparable with the first generation iPad had. So, there's not a whole lot on here anyway. Just your default Apple apps. Got some media apps installed. Got YouTube, of course. I've got, this one is for the Dutch train system. So you can plan your trip. Or check whether it has delays or anything like that. And there's not much else. Yeah, I do have Facebook, Facebook Messenger, and WhatsApp, but I actually used this phone for a couple days because I was waiting for the Nexus 5 to come in back then. So I don't really use the phone because it's just too old to really do anything. Still fine as a daily phone for calling and texting. It's very comfortable to hold, like I said before. And of course, it does have, wireless GE Wi-Fi. It has Bluetooth to pair with the headset or anything. You could use it as an iPod, no problem, if you have a slightly bigger capacity or just not a very big library like I do. So there we go. Let's wait for a website to load. Yeah, it's just things like this where it really shows its age. It really shows that it's now, pretty much 5 years old, or even 6 years old almost. Yeah, it kind of shows. It's an old device, but it's just this look, this iOS 6 look. That's just something that I really miss these days when I'm working on my iPad mini Retina display. This just looks so much better than what you get today. I think iOS 8 and iOS 7 are, they pretty much look like a toy. But, if you put them side by side on a Mac with like OS 10 Yosemite, it sort of makes sense, I guess, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I approve the way it looks, because I just don't. If I had the choice, I would definitely just go with this look, honestly. But yeah, then again, iOS 7 and 8 do have a lot of neat features that this definitely has to miss. So there's that as well. But yeah, I guess this is a good way, or a good time to end this video on this almost perfect 3GS that I got. Even though it's only an 8 gig model, it's definitely a decent little phone as a backup. Just to become reachable again, so people could actually call or text me. That would be very useful if my phone would ever crap out. So if my Nexus gives in, at least I have another device laying around that could replace it in the meantime. So yeah, this concludes my video on my iPhone 3GS. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I thank you all for watching.